Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Happy Cat Crypto here. So I hope you guys are enjoying the new update we've put out. Just before we dive into this, beware of scammers, doppelgangers, anybody pretending to be me. I'm never going to DM you. If you need to get hold of me, jump inside my Telegram, at me, you will find me there. So moving forward, we'll get back onto this. Actually, we'll cover this first because it's in the title, of course. So Binance, the platform, the CEX, the hot wallet, whatever you want to call it, the users, the people buying, selling, whatever. All we know is that there's a considerable amount of LUNACLASSIC in this wallet, but there's also been a considerable amount of USTC, and that's risen pretty sharply. Now, looking back at May time at the capitulation, you can see a huge drop in the UST balance, but look at this, going up. And all of a sudden, boom, making that huge jump. All of a sudden, you know, well, I think it's just over 2 billion coins. This is more than 20% of the circulating supply of USTC. So not only does this wallet hold just over 20% of the circulating supply of USTC, it also holds a very high percentage of the LUNACLASSIC that's in circulation and currently available, so to speak, if it's available to buy or if it's users. But what we do know is we are seeing another accumulation phase, but this time it's on USTC, it seems. So if we flick Lunk up, get rid of USTC, you can see the weird accumulation phases. Huge dip, back up. We would probably see way more coins staked than we have, in my opinion, and even most of my developers will say the same to me. Why are people not staking their coins? It's very strange. I know you can earn on Binance and stuff, but I don't think the APY is anywhere as good as what you would get on Terra Station, so to speak. And you're helping the system, you're helping a validator validate, so to speak. So going back over to USTC, we can see this accumulation's pretty brutal, in my opinion. It's a fast accumulation phase, as you can see. And holding over 20%, it's as if they're getting prepared for the repeg possibly, or someone's getting prepared for the repeg. And this is the biggest mystery of this wallet. Who owns it all? And we know that they can nilly-willy move it out of the wallet as and when they please, because they emptied this wallet out and then moved it all back in. And then since then, all of the burns that used to come from the Binance users doesn't come from there now. It just comes directly from this hot wallet each time. So if you send a burn, it comes from this hot wallet if you're a Binance user, from what we can make out, from what we can see. So let's move over now to a little bit more of a discussion on the Penguin's website. So as you can see, we've got a governance set here. If you tap on the validators list, you'll see that we have a fair commission rate set. And you can see what is considered a fair commission for the individual validator. You can change your pages down here. It's pretty quick to respond. It tells you exactly how many people have voted, and yeah, it's really good. But the good one I want you guys to focus on and make use of is these ones with whitelist with a white flag next to it. It means it's whitelisted. It's been vetted. It's been put forward. You don't need to click on show all to see one of these kind of proposals. Okay. So it's up to you to vote on this and decide what you want to vote, if you want to vote. And I hope that there's an Agora text that actually goes with this and people can read it. I myself am not... There's a lot for me to say about this, but I think that should all go into a very, very individual video specifically targeted at moving the repository for the classic chain itself. And it's a big step to make, and it seemed, yeah, so it needs to all go into pretty much a separate video on its own. Folks, seeing a lot of people saying, why can't I do stuff when I'm using the Terra Station? And it's probably because you're using it on the computer. If you're going to use it on the computer, download the app, not the browser extension, or just use the mobile app on your phone. This will just not allow you to swap any coins whatsoever. It just won't let you do it. It's not gonna. So when you click submit, normally, oh, I don't have enough to make this transaction. It will just keep circling and circling. I don't know if it does it on Astroport, but I know it does on Market. It will just keep circling and circling and nothing will ever happen. No confirmations will come up for you to confirm, so to speak. So what does this all mean with this hot wallet accumulating more coins? Well, if it's users, someone in general is planning for something. And I honestly would think if there's going to be another big move from this wallet, it's going to be when new validators are allowed to join that active set. And that's not to say that validators haven't joined the active set by jumping around that, because they have. There's a Binance staking node, there's a KuCoin staking node in the list, and we just don't know who's behind those. I think KuCoin's definitely behind theirs, but the Binance staking one, it's confusing. There's nothing really written about it in any of Binance's stuff, and the domain, when you could see it, linked back to a guy in the middle of the UK, in Middlesex to be precise. So yeah, very interesting to see that domain actually led back to someone in Manchester, which was, interesting, which led us to believe, originally that it wasn't Binance's staking node. So it's all if buts and coconuts, kind of need it confirming from them. But, like I said, what does this mean? It just means someone's doing something, and holding 20% just over of the circulating supply of USTC is no small measly amount. And even if this is split out between, 100 wallets, say, like it says on the coin market cap holders, then it's very interesting as well, because Binance actually run coin market cap, right? So you would think they'd incorporate these numbers into the holders, I would honestly think. But if we go over to holders for USTC, it keeps going between 80 and 90% for the top 100 holders. Top 10 are at 54%. That's just over 50% of the circulating supply. And it's no small amount. And this is the biggest issue with repegging USTC, in my opinion, because it's, you'd repeg it for the top 100 to sell out and crash the price again. It needs to be maintained. The peg needs to be held, so to speak. We've got a total supply of just over 10 billion and a circulating supply of just under 10 billion. So I would say Binance owns at least 20%. Well, the hot wallet itself doesn't own, but it holds say 20% of the circulating supply. So very interesting to see all of this. MEXC have hit 1 billion burn. I'm going to be doing a separate video on that, so do keep an eye out for that one. And we're forever transforming this website, folks. More tabs coming, lots more good stuff going on, and we're currently working on a overlay system for something separate to be integrated into this blockchain. You're going to love it. It's going to take us around a month to get to where we need to get to, understand the system a bit better, understand smart contracts, and then bring things forward. The MEXC video is coming on its own, because I think it deserves an individual video on its own, because that's 1 billion burn of, no one has been out of pocket because of those coins, so to speak. No one had to buy anything to make it happen, or, well, they did, but they didn't have to. They were just doing what they normally do, so to speak. And MEXC, fair play to them for burning what they have burnt. But what I would love to see is people stop being sheep and actually think for themselves instead of following Binance's every move. Because huge issue with all of these exchanges is, yes, they are implementing 3568, but only on deposits and withdrawals. And this is a huge issue out there. I have many people that are telling me, you need to cover it more, you need to cover it more. And the second that burn tax goes live and we see the CXs do it on deposits, withdrawals, that's when we attack. That's when we get the shields and the spears out and we stand up front. That's when we go for it, and we go for the jugular, and we ensure that we either get this or we don't get it, and we get a definitive answer. Just my opinion, and I know a lot of people will feel the same way, because a lot of them are, some of them are actually charging an extra 1.2% tax on top of what they're actually taxing on withdrawals and deposits anyway. So they're actually getting from this, and MEXC is possibly one of these exchanges. Yet to be seen, yet to pull out, yet to pan out. Going live at 5 a.m. here in the UK. The burn tax goes live between 5 and 6:30 in the morning here in the UK. So if you're up, join the live stream. If you're not, we'll catch you in the morning. Folks, stay safe out there. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, and we'll catch you in the next one.